What's up, fam? I'm Milton from TeamFFLEX. You're on my show I run every Monday for ya. It's called Protein Power, where we talk about everything nutrition. Coincidentally, what we're going to talk about today is protein and how you guys can get some other protein sources. And I know a lot of people are freaking out and having a hard time getting their normal protein sources because of the pandemic and everything going on. Please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel and then share out the video because it's going to be really good, I promise you that. I'm Milton from TeamFFLEX. You are on Protein Power. Fam, so as I just said, basically here we are talking about nutrition today. Specifically, I want to talk about that protein intake, alright? So protein is something that obviously we all need to have for whatever fitness goal we got. It doesn't matter if you're trying to build some muscle, lose some weight, burn fat, contest prep, everybody's got to have protein. It's an essential nutrient, right? We need it as a living organism. Everything is made of protein. It's not just muscle, it's your hair, it's your fingernails, your skin, everything has protein in it, and we need to continue to eat protein. Now, the sources of those proteins are going to be a bit different, right? Some people do, the vegan or vegetarian type, diet to get their protein. Other people are doing all sorts of other types of diets, keto or just normal, whatever. I always talk about flexible dieting, but you're getting your protein sources from different places. Well, because of this pandemic going on, a lot of people, and actually all different dietary communities, are having a hard time getting their food. And this is kind of crazy, right? And it's actually what it seems like based on everything that's being put out is it could potentially get worse from here, right? We're seeing in the meat industry a lot of shortages going on right now. I know for a fact, though, several of my clients that I know that are overseas in other countries that I train have had a hard time getting meat for months. Like, this is just coming to America, but they've had a hard time for a while. So I've already been dealing with clients, having a hard time with this. Same goes for a lot of vegans and vegetarians I work with that are having a hard time getting their staples and their, their normal foods. And so today I'm going to give you a tool, a tip, a kind of idea that you can utilize for some ways to get other sources of protein into your diet. So the first thing I want to say right out the gate, your kind of number one tip, and I'm only going to give you two today, so get ready, alright? Your number one tip is understand, hey, you know what? Just because it's been your staple doesn't mean it's got to stay your staple, alright? Now is the time to be more flexible. And I've said this actually for months. I said, hey, during the pandemic, the best thing you could do is actually be flexible dieting, macro tracking, eating variances of foods, not stuck to a specific strict meal plan because of how hard it is to actually do that in times like this, because basically, you will go to the store and they're going to be out of stuff that you need sometimes and things like that. That's the way it is. We know what's happening. We've seen it for months. Anybody that pretends it's not going to continue happening right now is just not paying attention, alright? The truth is, this stuff's going to keep happening right now. You're still going to go to the store and might not be able to get stuff you need to have. So what I've been saying is flexible dieting is huge, okay? Flexible dieting meaning, hey, you're tracking your macros, you're tracking your proteins, your carbs, your fats, your fibers. We're tracking all those, but the food choices, you can bring them in from anywhere, right? And we can bring in whatever different foods. So let's say, you're a typical meat-eating person. You've been eating, your pork or your ground beef or whatever, and you go to the store one day to get your stuff for the week, and there's nothing there. Can't get it. Gone. Or it says limited to one pack. A lot of that places are doing that. They're doing that in Vegas right now, I know. You get one pack of this. Now, not to cover all your meals. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You got to look around, okay? You got to see what's going on. Maybe there's not that, but maybe there's some chicken. Or maybe there's some other kind of thing. Or maybe you're going to have to go get yourself, some beans and rice and start to bring in some other sources of protein that way. Or maybe it's time to stock up on a little protein powder, right? You got to understand what I'm saying is, hey, it's alright if you've been on a staple, even if you're a flexible dieter and you're on a routine and you're like, I love this for breakfast, I love this for lunch. It's great. That's awesome. Be flexible. Be ready to change it. Be able to change it. Be dynamic and understand. When we're talking about your body, we're talking about these nutrients. We're talking about protein. We're not talking about a specific food that you per se need right now. During this time where, things are changing, things are moving, places don't have what you need, well, now you got to get resourceful. And that means you might have to go off the norm. So number two, and I said there's only two things I'm going to talk about, shorter video today, but it's because it's going to carry you somewhere else in just a minute. But the point is, I know a lot of you don't understand all these different foods that actually contain protein. It's actually insane how many foods contain protein these days because of diet culture and everything else that's happened over time. But it's crazy if you actually look at a list, okay? And so guess what I did for you? I made you a damn list. If you go to TeamFFLEX.com, TeamFFLEX.com/protein, I got everything on there for you, okay? We gave you a list of different proteins, different stuff you can eat, different sources for all different types of people and dietary whatevers. I got a list of just some protein sources that'll jog your memory, get your mind in the zone. Because what happens to all of us, right, is we get in such a routine. I do it myself. I've been eating eggs and bacon for breakfast for, I don't even know, probably 10 years. I can't even recall. I don't even know how old I am anymore because of quarantine. But basically, I've been eating eggs and bacon for breakfast forever. I've been doing that. That's what I do. But if I went to the store one day and there was no eggs and there was no bacon, I would not all of a sudden be like, oh my God, my gains. I'm going to lose all my gains. It's over. It's all. No, I would not. I would shift. I would go, get some oatmeal, make some protein powder, throw the protein powder in the oatmeal. I'm good. Boom. There's a new source, right? You can do anything, you guys. There's so many variances of ways, and I know that we get in our routines. That's kind of what I was trying to go with that. We get in our routines where we just are doing the same thing over and over, and in a lot of ways you can forget there's other options. You didn't even think of some options. Maybe you've never even tried some of these options out there. And then there's the whole secondary psychological side of you worrying about the fact that, hey, I've done this so long, it's worked. Is this going to work? Yeah, it will work, okay? If you shift your dietary needs over and you're still tracking your protein, you're still tracking your carbs, you're still tracking your fibers and your fats, well, guess what? You're good. You're going to be great. It's all going to work out. As long as you track these things and you hit the numbers, there's no little magical fairy in your stomach, and I've said this for years. I should probably make a shirt with a damn fairy on it by now. There's no magical fairy in your stomach that's sitting there saying, hey, you know what? Hey, this protein, it came from an egg. Oh, this one came from protein powder. Oh, that protein actually came from a bean. There ain't nothing in there like that. You know what your body does? It says, hey, protein, boom, put it to work. Hey, carbs, put it to work. Hey, fats, put it to work. Hey, fibers, let's do what we're supposed to do as a living organism when we eat new things, okay? So again, I gave you the list. I gave you the idea. I want you to understand this. I want you to know it's going to be good. I want you to know it's going to be okay. If your town, your city, whatever shortage is out, you run out of meats, you run out of your favorite vegan foods, whatever, it's okay. Shift around, try some new options, figure things out. I guarantee you, anybody out here, if you tell me you can't hit your protein intake, I don't know who you are. You must be eating 500, 600 grams of protein a day, something crazy like that. And even at that, I contest that because you could throw back a shake all day. You could drink 12 damn protein shakes if you need to hit your protein goals. Anybody making excuses is just not being resourceful. You got to be resourceful in this time. We got to be adaptive. We got to be flexible. We got to get through it. And that's what we're doing. That's what everybody's doing. So understand that, all right? And if you need the proteins foods list, go to my website, TeamFFLEX.com right now, and you will see it pop up. It's TeamFFLEX.com/protein right now if you want that specific list. And it's going to pop right up for you. It's going to give you guys, I don't even know how many is on it. I haven't made it yet. I'm going to make it in just a few minutes for you to be there. But the point is, it's going to be great. It's going to have a lot of different options for you. And again, for all dietary types. And I guarantee you, you will log on there and there's going to be 10, 12, 13, 15, 20, maybe 30 different foods they got protein you didn't consider. Alright, thanks for watching Protein Power. I'm Ryan Milton from TeamFFLEX. Please subscribe and please share out the video. We'll be back tomorrow for the Iron Palace where we talk all about your training. Go try. Peace out.